for the first time in a very long while in our country, we had a candidate who was inflaming ethnic passions. And that was the way the election went at that time. It was inflaming ethnic passions, even religious passions, bringing two dangerous things to our politics: ethnicity, religion.
That's what Peter Obi was doing.
That was what he did.
Bayo missed an opportunity to showcase Tinubu's scorecard to Nigerians. We will show that in a moment. Instead, he is on a malign mission. The same man said this during the campaigns, quote, "Let 2023 be the last time of Igbo interference in Lagos politics," unquote. He even acknowledged that his statement was an ethnic slur, but he was still unapologetic. So the saying, "Tell me your friends and I will tell you the kind of person you are," holds true. Because if truly Tinubu is a detribalized person, he shouldn't have rewarded someone who made ethnic slurs with an appointment of special advisor. That's even taking it lightly. Tinubu knows the kind of people around him. They are there for a purpose. That's why a known thug in Lagos that said Igbo people shouldn't come out to vote on election day except they are voting for APC.
Please, if you don't want to vote for us, please sit down for
This guy is a known associate of Tinubu. He even met him recently in Aso Rock. So it's not by accident that ethnic bigots surround Tinubu. They are all one and the same. Like birds flock together. The ethnic slurs and rhetorics from Mr. Onanuga during the campaigns led to massive disenfranchisement of people who they deemed to be Igbo. Even Yorubas that thugs thought didn't look Yoruba enough fell victim. So all this came right from the top. And this wasn't the first time APC pushed tribal bigotry in an election. Yes, they've been doing it before the emergence of Roosevelt as the Labour Party governorship candidate in Lagos. No one planned to interfere or interfered in Lagos election. No matter how long they parade this lie, it can never become the truth. Nigerian constitution guarantees that anywhere you are living in Nigeria, you can vote there. Is it by force to vote for APC? They should have tested their popularity in a free and fair vote. This was a line they used to deceive people to vote for them. Imaginary people that want to take over Lagos State. In reality, it is Tinubu and co. who have taken over Lagos State despite not being from Lagos. Lagosians should check who owns all the massive lands in Lekki up till Dangote refinery in Ibejuleki. What about government lands and buildings that were converted to personal property during Tinubu's time as governor? This is what is called taking over your state. Other past administrators during the military never did the same. Marwa didn't do it. Neither did Ndubisi Kanu nor Ebitu Kiwe. Even Lateef Jakonde, the man that truly built Lagos, he built massive housing estates in Lagos. He didn't convert government property to his own or seize massive community lands in Lagos. So when they tell you some people want to take over Lagos, it's just a mind game to prevent Lagosians from asking, why have they converted your commonwealth to personal property? That's why they don't want to let go, because they know that if someone outside Tinubu's control becomes governor of Lagos, he will definitely reverse everything they converted to personal use. Now you've seen the background of the man talking. You can see he's still pushing the same narrative. There's nothing wrong in visiting religious gatherings, churches or mosques during campaigns. After all, Tinubu did the same. He visited mosques. He met many imams and Islamic clerics. Who knows what he promised them at the time? A few weeks ago, many of them were saying that the Muslim ticket deceived them because of the hardship. Which brings us back to Peter Obi's mantra, no Muslim buys bread cheaper, neither does a Christian. In fact, because of the uproar after Tinubu announced his Muslim ticket, they had to hire fake bishops to endorse him. Imagine what the reaction would have been if someone running a Christian ticket tried to do the same with fake Islamic clerics. So Tinubu didn't respect Nigeria's religious diversity by choosing a fellow Muslim as his VP candidate. But they are accusing Peter Obi, who ran a balanced ticket, of running a religious campaign. No one is deceived. They've been pushing this narrative a very long time. People can see through their lies. People didn't fall for it during the campaigns. They will never fall for it now. people will not lose focus on the hardship that Tinubu brought on Nigerians. They can buy the legacy media to push narratives, but they will never be able to buy social media. Yes, legacy media helps them to spread whatever narrative they want, just like they did when Chicago State University said under oath that they didn't issue any certificate to Tinubu. At the time, legacy media in northern Nigeria were telling people the opposite, that his certificate has been confirmed. You wouldn't blame them much. If they refuse to collect envelopes, they risk losing their license. Bayo also said that obedience don't want Nigeria to work, that Peter Obi has never given credit or commended Tinubu on anything, that all he does is to tweet bad news. First of all, Tinubu and co were never accused of not wanting a working Nigeria when they were in opposition. They organized massive protests against Goodluck Jonathan. Compare that to Peter Obi, whose mandate was stolen. He told his followers not to protest, that he is not desperate to be president. He is only desperate to see Nigeria work. Tinubu wouldn't have done the same thing if what happened to Peter Obi happened to him. He would have ground this nation to a halt. We all know what Buhari did when he lost the election to Yar'Adua and Goodluck Jonathan. So Peter Obi is a gentleman who refers to Tinubu as president. For the record, Peter Obi commended Tinubu when he suspended Betta Edu after it was revealed that she authorized the transfer of funds from the accounts of the humanitarian ministry to personal accounts. He also commended Tinubu when he announced the reduction of his travel entourage. There are other times he commended Tinubu. It shows he's a gentleman, that he doesn't hold grudges. His politics is different, unlike Tinubu and co, who claimed that Peter Obi lost election and that he didn't win, he came third. But every minute they are talking about Peter Obi. With their incompetence and the hardship they've brought on Nigerians, one would expect that they will concentrate on governance and try to take us back to where they met us or remove us from the mess they put us in, to at least take Nigeria's economy back to Buhari's time before Tinubu came to power. No, every time Peter Obi this, Peter Obi that, with their so-called win, they still can't concentrate to bring meaningful change to the lives of Nigerians. They've been on campaign mode ever since, which makes one to wonder, is this ingrained in them? The only crime that Peter Obi committed was having the audacity to run for president, because we wouldn't be hearing all this if he didn't contest. Besides, he's not the only presidential candidate that faced Tinubu in February 2023. They never mention Atiku the way they mention Peter Obi. Could it be because Peter Obi poses a bigger threat to them more than Atiku? APC insiders saw the real figures that Peter Obi and Labour Party scored in the presidential election. That was why IREV was shut down. This is the reason they continue trying in vain to discredit and demarket Peter Obi. But Nigerians are not buying it. Their only way of doing politics is by discrediting and maligning others. They've got nothing to show for themselves. Just like during the campaigns, Tinubu dodged debates. In some he attended, he refused to answer questions. Instead, he asked people to answer on his behalf. He had nothing to show except bragging that he built Lagos from scratch.
And today, I can brag, beat my chest, that Lagos is on the horizon. Is the fifth largest economy in Africa, from zero.
Yes, Tinubu said this in Germany. One wonders why he continues making such statements when he's not campaigning. Even after his so-called win, he's still going with campaign lines that are not true. So they failed during the campaigns and they are still failing in governance, because this is what matters to Nigerians, not rhetorics. This is Tinubu's scorecard in the past 9 months from the time he took over power to February 2024. This one is diesel. You can see the price where he met it, 844 naira. Right now it is being sold at an average of 1,257 naira per liter. The same thing with kerosene, from 1,206 naira to 1,341 naira. What of petrol? From 238 naira to 679 naira. Cooking gas, that's LPG, jumped 41.1%, from 4,361 naira for 5 kg to 6,154 naira. What about airfares? From 74,949 naira to about 88,000 for a single journey. Local rice jumped 120%, from 555 naira to about 1,223 naira. Now to the most important one, foreign exchange, the exchange rate to the naira. He met naira at about 461 naira, that's the official exchange rate. By February, it has reached 1,544 naira to $1. The same thing with pounds. He met it at 574 naira to £1. By February, it reached nearly 2,000 naira to £1. The same thing with euro, which he met at 493 naira. By February, it has reached 1,675 naira. This is Tinubu's scorecard. These are what matters to Nigerians because they bear the brunt. With the level of increase in the price of goods and with no increase in salaries, Tinubu is not just incompetent, he's also wicked. How will a civil servant survive in Nigeria without involving himself in illegalities? People who earn salaries are the worst hit. Businessmen, artisans, and all self-employed people can increase the price of their goods and services, just like transportation costs have increased. So it is sheer wickedness for people who have plunged Nigerians into suffering to still be talking about opposition as if we are still in campaign. Did P2B remove petrol subsidy? By the way, a report by Business Day says that Tinubu is now paying more subsidy per month than Buhari did after telling Nigerians that subsidy is gone. What is going on? They are paying more than 900 billion naira on petrol subsidy per month, while during Buhari's time, they were spending only about 400 billion naira per month. A humongous difference of 500 billion naira, and they are selling petrol 3 times more than it was sold during Buhari's time. What is really going on? So they owe Nigerians answers to what is going on. No amount of distraction will change the price of food in the market. They are the ones shouting that campaigns are over, that it's time to work, but every day they are talking about P2B, not concentrating on solving the problems they created. It just shows that despite all the hardship they plunged Nigerians into, they are not bothered about fixing the problems. Instead, they are focusing on being re-elected in 2027. 3 years before the election, they've already started a malign campaign. With all the money and influence at Tinubu's disposal, he can never be loved like P2B. The reason is very simple: his character. People simply don't trust him, unlike P2B, who many admire because of his character and consistency. Many have so much confidence in P2B to the extent that they spent their own money campaigning for him. Many who did that have never met him face to face. Tinubu can never get such love from the people because, apart from all his character flaws, he's not consistent. People who know Tinubu since the 90s, when he was in AD to AC, we all know what he said and what he stood for. But now he has the power to effect these changes, he's no longer keen. So he's not consistent. Maybe he held these views to deceive the civil rights community to win their support at the time. Anyway, this is what they are afraid of. Imagine if P2B is able to double his followership before the election. The election will not only be a landslide but a massive humiliation for Tinubu. And this time, many will be prepared. INEC may not be able to manipulate and churn out figures in 2027. Many people know this, especially people that saw the real votes that Labour Party pulled during the presidential election. Fayose sums it up nicely.
Excuse me, sir.
It's
this Peter Obi, I've told you, this Peter Obi, anybody who becomes president of Nigeria and does not give a right of place, I'm not saying an appointment, or Peter Obi, Peter Obi will remove that person from office in another election. Mark my words.
So are you saying this same wave?
This same wave will not stop.
Be repeated.
This same wave, this Peter Obi, the people supporting him, the Peter Obi that I know, after this general election, they will continue.
Even though the next cycle of elections is in 4 years.
I'm telling you, those guys